Hi Capricorns, welcome to your mid-October 2017 tarot reading. So let me talk to you guys a little bit about some of the expectations that are imposed upon you and, try to explain why it happens or why it's happening so that you can have a better idea as to how you want to move ahead with this energy, okay? First of all, once again, I see you as somebody who's a bearer of other people's burdens. I see this a lot for those the Aquarius people and also those Virgoan people. But in this reading, I feel like, from mid-October until the end of October, what happens is that for whatever reason, you find yourself in a situation where family members, siblings, parents, they rely on you. And they rely on you mainly because you could be, the most accomplished in the family financially, or you could be like the one with the most education in the family, or just, by being responsible and diligent and hardworking, people automatically assume that they can rely on you for things, okay, for stuff, financial gains or financial assistance, or they can rely on you for expertise or whatever the situation might be. I feel like there's a lot of family obligations involved. And so you find yourself kind of pigeonholed into, playing the role of the provider for other people. And you do it because you care, and you do it because you feel like, if I can help just one person, that's enough. And so I see that going on. And I see like it places a lot of pressure on you to excel, to outperform, to save up. It really places a lot of pressure on you. And then I'm also sensing as well these expectations are kind of reminded, by the other people. They constantly remind you in very offhanded manners. They rely on you, and they might say things offhandedly like, oh, when I get older you're going to take care of me, or he or she is your brother, you have to take care of them. So it feels like it's like you take it, you accept it, and you think that that's the way it is. And it doesn't have to be that way, but because you care, you just think that's the way it is. When I get older, I'm going to be really, really successful. I'm going to take care of mom and dad. I'm going to take care of the siblings. I'm going to be the one to provide financial stability for everybody. And so that's one of your major motivation to excel. And I also feel for others of you who are, career-wise, you're not very established. It becomes a major burden on you because you're just like, how do I create money? How do I generate wealth for myself, but also for other people that are reliant on me? And so it creates a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. And you really want to think about, I feel, for many of you, you have plans for yourself, higher education, travel. You have a lot of things that you want to kind of cross off your bucket list before, you settle into a career. And you feel like you're not able to do these things, mainly because other people are reliant on you to do something right now, get yourself into a career track right now. And so find a way to balance these two, the two ideas about what you want versus what other people expect of you. And find a way to really find a career path that makes you really happy. Because I feel like once you're happy, your whole body, your whole being glows. And you can attract, the right career opportunities, the right opportunities to rise. And you can attract a great amount of prosperity. So it's just contingent upon you. You need to like the job, otherwise it's not going to generate wealth for you. Okay, find a job that you love. Don't stick to a job because of that financial security. Find a job that really makes you glow, that makes you feel happy waking up in the morning, going to work. Okay, find a job that can do that for you. So having said that, the next energy that I'm picking up here is I feel for some of you, you're dealing with somebody, could be a relationship partner. You're dealing with somebody who is mired in a lot of financial stress. Could be a relationship partner for some of you. And I see a fire sign. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And I also feel like you're also dealing with somebody that you might share children with, and they themselves are not in the best, footing when it comes to their finances. And so then it becomes a little bit more of a burden on you. And then I'm also sensing for some of you, family, financially, mom, dad, the family unit, I feel like they're dealing with financial stress. They don't know how they're going to make ends meet. They don't know what to do. And so there is an element here about having to, free up some of your money in order to help others. And I feel like it's, coming out in people that you care about. You're helping them financially. You're lending out a helping hand. And I want you to be a little bit careful, because you want to help people, but you need to make sure that there is sincerity on their end to, pay back a debt. So they need to have like, a logical repayment plan. They need to be able to, I guess, like not just, accept the financial help, but also find a way to make their life a lot more financially stable. So I overall, I feel like you're dealing with people that need assistance, but on the other hand, they might be very extravagant when it comes to their own spending. And so they really want you to, re-examine this. They want you to re-examine, why are they always in the red? What are they spending their money on? Is it a good thing for me to help them, or am I enabling this, extravagant spending, this reckless behavior? So really learn to, when to draw back, when to give. That's important. I'm also sensing as well, this month I feel like a lot is happening, busy energy. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Make sure that, I feel like you have a lot of social invites, social outings, opportunities to be seen and heard, to go out, have fun. And so that can also be a little bit of a source of financial drain as well. I see money coming to you in like clumps. So it's like you do something, you get reimbursed in like a huge amount. And then, you might go weeks without reimbursement. And then you're just like, oh no, when is that going to come through? And then you get reimbursed. So I feel like, like a lot of fluctuation, this up and down when it comes to your finances. And some of you are probably at jobs where, the payment schedule, the salary schedule, the amount that you're getting paid, for whatever reason, there's delay. So it's like, yes, you have the money, you have the stability, but it seems like there's delay in when you're getting paid. And so your pay period gets stretched out, and then you find yourself worried. Okay. But I feel that finances will be very stable. And I'm also seeing people shifting into, work that is a little bit more structured, a little bit more rigid, a little bit more stable, which is good. And I'm also sensing as well, just, a lot of demands from the family. In terms of socializing, your social life, dating, and things like that, it's showing me to be, very prosperous, very good, very happy. But I'm sensing as well that you're dealing with partners who are really, really independent, and they're fun to be around, but I feel like there's a disconnect when it comes to emotional connections, okay, like a disconnect emotionally. And so I I feel like you handle people's different energies really well. You tend to see the best in people. You tend to you don't judge people. You don't I want to say like you don't scrutinize people. You accept people the way that they are, the way that they come to you, and there's zero judgment. Even though there might be things about them that you don't like, you don't show it and you don't judge them, because you innately believe that people can change, people can be better, people can become better versions of themselves when given the right opportunity to thrive. And because of that, you're very forgiving. And that's great. But, being forgiving is one thing, but willingly putting ourselves in the path of people that take advantage of us, or people that, yes, they should know better, but they don't continuously. They don't. that can also be very detrimental to you energetically and on a vibrational level. You need to be around positive people so that they can give you back what you give, okay? So that's what I'm sensing. You are poised for a very, very good, the next few years. It's all about working hard. It's all about making your mark in the world. And it's all about, I feel, really getting yourself into a career path that will, allow you to grow and allow you to thrive. So I feel the next few months from now until the December timeframe, it's about finding that path. It's about, because you work really hard, really think about, self-employment. And I know that, I can't just throw around self-employment as if it's the easiest thing in the world to build, right? It's not easy. But thinking about opportunities, even side gigs that you can do that can generate a lot of money for you. I do see property management coming in, and I feel like you would be an amazing property manager because you know how to deal with, problems. When there's a problem, you know how to fix it, and you have the ability to keep people very calm and collected during a catastrophe. So you're very good with dealing with people. You're very good with the public. And you know how to fix things. You're great at working with your hands. You know how to, troubleshoot. You know how to fix things. And when you fix something, it runs smoothly. So I feel like, getting yourself into those fields where you're expanding, possibly doing ICT, working part-time, doing troubleshooting, on your off hours, that would be helpful. Or even looking into property management, real estate, looking into, getting a certificate so that you can do so you can work on the weekends as a CPA, as a tax advisor, doing something like that where you're helping people with something that's very difficult or convoluted. You know how to break it down to them. You know how to help them with it. I'm sensing that would be really good for you. I feel a lot of people working with children, but I don't feel like it generates enough money. Okay, so really looking into developing a side gig, developing, an innate skill that you have, and then spending the next 3 years, letting it grow organically. I feel you're going to have a lot of prosperity come the turn of the decade, which is that 2020 time frame. So that's what I'm sensing. I feel a lot of you are dealing with not health issues per se for yourself, but family members that might be a little bit bogged down with health issues, and the health issues might be draining their finances. So I'm sensing a lot of worries about that. I'm seeing a lot of energies here about elderly parents, like mom and dad. They're aging, they're getting older, they might be also not getting along, and you feel like you have to play mediator, you have to do some type of intervention. So, on top of everything that you're dealing with, I feel like it's a very, very busy month. It can feel physically demanding and emotionally draining, so take care of yourself, okay? Spending time, I honestly can't stress this enough, spending your downtime with people that can rejuvenate you through good conversation, through, the virtue of them being really good providers. They take care of you, they nourish you, they give you food for thought, or they, nourish you like body and soul through conversation, through conversations that you have with them where they really inspire you. That's really, really, really important. So if you feel yourself finding emotionally drained because you're hanging out with one person and they have so many issues and they constantly drain you, it's time to detach. It's time to, not feed into that energy stream, okay? So I guess you have to draw back your energy, and you need to really focus on where you need to go, because if you're not at a point where you're happy, you're not going to be able to help anybody, okay? So I hope that makes sense for you guys, Capricorn, and I do wish you all the best, okay? Take care of yourself.